Today we're gonna make a lemon pound cake with a strawberry glaze. The pound cake is flavored with fresh lemon juice and zest and is perfectly dense and tender and moist. And then the strawberry glaze is made with fresh strawberries and it's just rich and buttery and just, it's a perfect pairing. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell icon to be notified every time I post a new and delicious recipe. Let's get into it. Lemon pound cake. First step, you know the rules by now. You need to prepare your pan. So we are going to flour and spray our pan over here. I've chosen a nice little flour pan, which I'm pretty stoked about. A nice even spray. Nothing too excessive, but nothing too light either. Okay, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a bit of all-purpose flour and we are going to dust that into our pan. Just try and kind of hit some of the areas, make life easier for you. Try and kind of get a little on that center column. And then you know what we do. We tap, tap, tap to get a nice even coating. And then I'm gonna give it a nice little tap, initial tap on the counter there. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. This is for my neighbor. You don't have to do this. And then we are going to give this, because this is like too much, right? We're going to give this a nice firm tap on the counter. All right. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a stand mixer. We are going to do what we always do, right? We're going to cream our butter, and this time we've got some shortening here. Now my butter is, look at me, perfectly temped. Go ahead, it's like soft but pliable, but still a little bit cold. Exactly what we want. Go ahead and get your shortening in there, because I'm sure she's fine too. And I'm just gonna give those a twirl about by themselves, just for giggles. All right, go ahead and get that in there. Mix the shortening and the butter together. I don't know why, this seems important right now. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna put, oh, sadness. First, before we do that, we are gonna zest our lemon into our sugar. Totally forgot. Could you zest this straight into the batter? Yes, but if you put it into the sugar, it kind of pulls out some of those oils that are in the lemon, like skin, and it's really gonna give you that oomph and flavor. So just go ahead and kind of get this in there. Do about 3/4 of this big guy here. Yep, nothing excessive. Just go ahead and kind of smoosh it together. It's a technical term. I learned that in culinary school. And just kind of, it's like a baby massage so that it starts to release those oils, especially since I did this right before I was going to put it into my batter. You could of course do this a little bit before, an hour before, and it's going to pull out even more of that beautiful flavor. Okay, and now we've done it. As we were, sugar, lemon zest. So go ahead and start off a little slow, and go ahead and start to beat it in there. So while that does its thing, we're just going to quickly whisk together our dry ingredients. I've got AP flour, baking powder, and salt. And that's it. And that is done. Because my ingredients were, at the perfect temperature, it's going to go very fast. So you could easily over cream if your ingredients are actually at room temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding our eggs. So I've got a nice paste in there, and I'm going to start adding these one at a time. Up. These you want to beat in really nicely. You don't want unincorporated eggs in your cake. You want some of that volume, some of that leavening from the eggs. So just go ahead and beat them in real nicely, one at a time. You want to rush it. No one likes to be rushed. We'll give this one a scrape down the sides here. All right. Beautiful. All right, that is perfectly creamed. So we are gonna go ahead and turn that down, and we are gonna alternately add our milk and our dry ingredients. So remember, once you start adding your dry, you don't wanna dilly-dally. You want to kind of incorporate quickly and efficiently. I like to do the two-handed approach here, where you've got, there's no time for gluten development. I mean, there's some time, but minimal time. So as soon as I finish adding my milk, I'm going to start adding my lemon juice. There's the rest of our flavor. I'm just going to get that in there. It's a decent amount of lemon juice. If you put too much lemon juice, it's going to make a very dense and unpleasant, textured cake. And there we have it. I know. It is not completely incorporated. There's a little bit of flour on the paddle and on the sides. And I'm going to finish this by hand, as I always do, because we can control that. Now, if you added your lemon juice and it looks a little bit curdled, the batter, then it's okay. Don't stress. It's going to bake beautifully. Everything will be fine. Promise. All right, we have our prepared pan, and we're just going to go ahead and put this in here, just like in dollops. So grab yourself a little spoon, and we are going to spread out this cake. I'm going to try and push it down just a little bit to make sure I got into all of those little, flower petals. And here she is. Now, we could have baked the full recipe in this, but it would have been like, hello. And, I want a beautiful flat bottom, so here we are. So we are going to take this, and we are going to bake it in our preheated oven, 325 convection, or 325 regular. And we are going to let her bake. It's probably going to bake close to 45 minutes. This is a smaller bun pan, so it'll bake faster than a big cake, but it could be closer to an hour, so you just want to start checking it after 20 minutes, make sure nothing is going wrong in there. And she goes. She's out. It baked about 45 minutes. It did sink a little on the top because I was toasting coconut and I kept opening and closing the oven door, and cakes don't like that. But it is fully baked, and yours will not do that because you are not going to be doing other things in your oven. So, unfortunately, we need to let her cool completely, and then we'll turn her out, and we will adorn. Meanwhile, while she cools, I'm going to go ahead and make my favorite strawberry glaze, and I'm going to link to that recipe in the description below, so that you can make it too. Okay, now we wait. Pick your favorite cake stand of the day, and then let's say a little prayer. Grab ourselves a paring knife or offset. I'm going to use a non-sharp knife, and because I don't want to get any sort of, I don't want to scratch my bundt pan. So I'm just going to go ahead and run that down the side and into the center, really just loosening any clinging bits. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and free anything that I see on the sides that hasn't really been freed. But when it was fully baked, it kind of pulled away from the sides a little bit. So I already have, a good head start here. And I'm feeling good. So go ahead and grab your stand, breathe, and turn her out. Did you hear that? I did. Voila! All right, we had one small sticking situation, but I'm gonna try and get it out. But it's not the end of the world. We are gonna glaze it, and honestly, I think it's such a moist cake that it's not that it not, obviously it just pulled out just now, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I mean, this is an intricate mold. We are playing with fire no matter what we put in this mold. But here we go. Oh, just a little doctoring is all she needed. What? It's like it never happened. Yeah, that's right. Perfection. Boom. All right, and now you've got yourself a beautiful lemon cake that we are going to glaze. Yes. Now, I have my strawberry glaze here. I'm going to transfer it to something that is a little bit more conducive to pouring. And now we're ready to pour. This is an aggressive amount of glaze. I just want a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I want all of that strawberry goodness to go all down the sides of my cake. Whoop. Tastes like strawberries in the summer. And that's it. Now we've made it. And we do have to let it set a little bit. Like, I mean, it's gonna be delicious now, but the glaze is just gonna run all over the place and she's gonna be like, I'm here. It's time to try. Our cake has chilled out. It's not totally set, the glaze, but it did sit for about 30 minutes. Obviously I did kind of take it off and put it on a rack and let it drip because it was like a lava situation over here. It wasn't cute. So, without further ado, let's give her a try. Now, you can see that it has a nice dense crumb in there, like a perfect pound cake texture. It's got a nice crispy outside with obviously our glaze on it. It's a little crumblier than some of my other pound cakes, but I'm not gonna judge her based on that because one should not be judged on their crumbliness. So, because she's gonna be delicious. Yum. It's a nice, dense, moist lemon, like bright lemon flavor on the inside, and then it's like that refreshing, bright, just summery strawberry flavor on the outside. It's like a little sweet. The inside isn't terribly sweet, so it's a beautiful pairing. I'm just gonna go in there for one more. Yeah, just to make sure, you know. Oh yeah.